Good afternoon, friends. Today I'm at the Indian Habitat Center at the Visual Arts Gallery. I have the artist, the renowned artist, Sanjay Bhattacharya. So he's having the solo show here. Now he will tell us more about himself. When did he get into the art world? At what age?
It's a very long story. I am 65 years old now, so
Yes,
that the whole story I don't think I will be able to tell even.
Yeah.
Let me talk about this exhibition.
Right, sir.
In fact, in 2006, I had a series on Dali and Rembrandt, and in those works, the circles, the triangles, they appeared initially. Then in 2012, I did another series called Krishna. There also I used those motifs or those shapes. But every time, those are only supportive elements. The focal point was Dali or Rembrandt or Krishna. But this time it came in my mind, like our thought process, the way it goes, that also takes a shape. Like, for example, when my daughter is not coming back to home in the night, I am obviously tensed, so the tension line goes straight up. Then when the calling bell rings is there, it comes down, and when I realize that everything is fine, then the same point where from I started, the same line comes there. So it creates a triangle. Maybe I am wrong, I don't know. But this thought came in my mind. So with the same thought process, I started these works. And these geometrical patterns, this time, they are dominating my canvas. Because if these shapes dominate our thought process, so I allowed them to dominate my canvases, And there's a lot of fun, like when you were standing in front of a blank canvas, just white, and suddenly you draw maybe a circle or a triangle or rectangle, something, any shape. Then the other shapes, they appeared, you can see them. And the canvas become your master, and you just obey its order. So I really enjoyed the whole series.
Yeah, it's like sir, Sanjay ji's this thing is titled Geometry. So talking geometry, yes.
Given by Amannath.
Yeah, we are reading his what he's quoted. So that's really great. You said like the spike, I think what appears.
Why talking? Because as I said earlier, these shapes, if we believe that these are the shapes of our thought process, so obviously they are talking.
Yes.
You can hear what they are saying. So most probably that's why he given the title Talking Geometry, and I loved it. It's quite interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. So like we just like to know, because you've been in the art world for pretty long. It's almost over 3 decades.
I started having exhibitions since 87. Since
Right.
87. Because I came out from college in 82, but that time hardly there is an art market or anything like that. I was in fine arts, but I was doing all ad agencies works. 5 years I couldn't do a single painting. No money, nothing. Then gradually I started doing paintings. So my first exhibition happened in Delhi, that is 87 most probably, 87, 86 or 87. So thereafter, once, I seriously started doing, initially I used to do watercolors. My foray was watercolor only. Then I started doing oil canvases. So I do pen and ink and pencils and photo colors. I do very different kind of mediums. But basically, I'm a realistic painter.
Yes.
Before this exhibition, whatever I have done, these are all realistic. But fun is like in realistic painting, if you are keen to paint Qutb Minar, then you have to draw Qutb Minar's shape, the form, the texture, the color, everything of Qutb Minar, only then it will look like Qutb Minar.
Yes.
But in this case, you have lot of freedom. You can choose any color, like the way I used black, you can see in all the canvases. The black is my favorite color actually. But in a realistic painting, that kind of freedom you can't get.
Do these colors also are we able to express?
What you are looking at my canvases.
Black, you have all
black,
green, military green.
Whatever the kind of green, the kind of ochre, the kind of blue, whatever I have achieved in this series, first time I have used these colors in my canvas. If you see my other earlier canvases, those colors are totally different because they are more natural. Because since in a realistic painting, you have to look for natural colors, no? But here it's really fun. Even I didn't know. Then if you mix indigo with ochre, what color will come out?
Right, true.
And I got the freedom to experiment. But in the realistic painting, you are stuck, no? You have to be very sure what you are doing.
When we're talking about the rainbow, since you were talking about colors, so we have that Vibgor, So do they really mean with our today, like our lives, are they also controlled by colors?
Look, color has a lot of control on our life. Like some colors make you depressed. Some colors you feel very nice. So the effect of color is there. No one can, once you get a flower bouquet for someone. So maybe if there is 3 color bouquets in different colors, they are giving you different kind of response.
Exactly.
So no one can ignore the strength of color.
Yeah,
and obviously, even when we buy a shirt or something, that time also we choose colors only. There may be 5 or 6 shirts are there. You pick up just one. Why?
Yes.
That goes with your taste.
Right.
And in the painting also, you can see the taste of the painter. You see, like the shapes I am drawing, that's also I'm getting permission from my taste that okay, let's do this kind of a shape. Then the question of colors comes. Again the same, the taste, they control. So that's why, all the painters, if you see 10 painters' works, 10 totally different.
Yes.
Because it's reflecting their taste. Which color they are picking up putting in the palette, how big brush they are using. You are controlled by so many things. It's a kind of science. It's not like that. Maze ke liye. No.
Sure. Because recently we were attending the Mind Diaries, and there we had Kavita ji. So she's a nutritionist, and a dietitian. So what she was saying that the diet. The word was, what is your diet? And later on, it's got people have said, hum look at diet, matlab ki khana nahi khana. And then she was telling about colors, the food, what we have. So that influences.
Fruits, right?
Yes. It influences our mind.
Everything, always there is an interaction in between you and the elements.
Yes.
Whether it's a fruit, whether it's anything. But interaction is there. Maybe sometimes you don't feel it, but in your subconscious mind, that happens.
It happens, yeah. We want to just know more about yourself. So we wanted to know, you've had these solo shows. So where's your next show? And
next, actually, I do photography also. Before this exhibition, I had a photography show. Photography show. Digital means I click through mobile only.
Okay.
And these are all, I'll show, the catalog is here. I've got a catalog here, last shows. So these are very different, like distorted reflections, shadows, not normal photography. It's a kind of a little bit of madness, you can say. So, but I enjoy it. Yeah. And I had my show, and after this exhibition, already I have booked this gallery. There is a very little girl, I know her, but she is a very good photographer, and she writes very well. Her name is Sania Ahuja. And we are planning to do a duet show.
Wonderful.
I will I will put my photography, and she will bring. And she's really too good. So that's why I am just collaborating.
I have a school friend, Sabah Khan, you must be knowing her. So she was at the Lalit. So I saw her, like she had got these burnt artwork, It's kind of a book and like anything, which has got like fire. So I mean, she's doing that kind of. So like you artists are creating different
You see,
zones,
as I told you, no, it's a taste. What you will do,
Yes.
that is totally controlled by your taste.
Right.
Because once one painting is completed, you are the first visitor at your studio,
Yes.
alone. Nobody is there.
Nobody's there. Yes.
So that time, if you don't feel to put that particular painting in the exhibition, that's a rejection. And if you feel reverse, that's a selection. So that is there.
I think
No one can have.
Sanjay ji has put it very right that today and during the corona also there were so many people went through a lot of things.
That time was totally different, like a lot of depression, death, a very unfortunate time we had. And I also lost many friends, relatives. But in Corona time, some people had free times. They did. Maybe some people they are not trained painter, but even then they did paintings. That's good. It's okay.
Yeah, we interviewed a lot of people, doctors. Doctors when they're coming back from the hospital, then they took up to painting. So this was
No, it's
happening.
better to do something, na? Like just waste your time. It's not good. If you can do something or try to do something, that's good. There's no harm.
That's good. So I think we'll sum it up now. And today, when this is at the Visual Arts Gallery, so what's the last date for this exhibition?
27th till 27th.
This is open till the 27th. I believe the timings are from
10:30 to 7:30.
10:30 to 7:30. So you can come here, and everybody who's visiting the Habitat is an happening place. You meet people of different cultures, and you have ample parking here. So there's no issue.
no hassle for
No hassle for parking, and then you can also take the metro. I think the Jorbag metro station.
Jorbag
and
metro station.
so any youngsters who are willing, art lovers, artists, everybody is. We're extending an invitation, and this is Sanjay Agrawal signing off.
This visual art gallery has got a really good vibration.
Yes.
When you enter this gallery, you feel good somehow. I don't know.
Yeah,
At least I feel.
Yeah, I've covered so many here exhibitions. So every time we come, so we have a different kind of atmosphere, and like every gallery has its own, atmosphere and vibes. What's
So
coming?
this space,
Yes.
the lighting, the proper flooring. So that makes some sense, And the main advantage is from the front gate, you can see the end wall straight away. It's very, very rare in any gallery.
There. So this painting, what we have here,
Obviously, I planned this big painting for this wall.
what canvas size is this?
This is 5.5 feet by 12 feet. And before this, I had another show here, I think in 2018. So on this wall, that was 7 by 14.
Oh God, it's marvelous.
So I love to do big canvases.
Yeah, it's lovely. And I think these are all like what we see, these are all regular squares. Because I'm also.
This format I picked up for this, particularly for this show.
Right.
It's, you can play around in a square with these circles and triangles.
Great. And you also must be having a lot of followers and students who want to learn from you.
I don't have Facebook.
No, not
don't have
followers, not
this-
on Facebook. People who want to learn art from you. That you have
But
to
I
give the
don't.
torch.
I don't really see it in that way. If something is there, then obviously people will catch up and they will, if they like my work,
Yes.
obviously they will.
So as Sir has said that everybody should come here and explore this work of piece of art, and then everybody can draw their own conclusions, because it's all left to imagination. Art is always. So we are signing off. This
Whatever I
is
thought when I was doing paintings, my visitor may not get the same thought process. They can interpret something different.
yes,
Because at the end, the question is whether they like it or not.
true.
That's the final thing.
Yes,
If I don't like something, you try to convince me, I won't be convinced.
yes.
So it's like that.
So this is Sanjay Agrawal signing off with the artist Sanjay,
Sanjay,
Buddha
Sanjay
Sanjay,
Bhattacharya.
Sanjay Bhattacharya. Thank you so much.